Namaste, it's the Spiritual Daywalker, hashtag Schrodinger's Cards, with your tarot card reading for the next new moon phase from 29th of June until 13th of July. This new moon is going to be in Cancer. So Gemini, it's all about finding the people you can go deep with, right? That not just tolerate your passion for truth and wisdom and for knowing both sides of the story, but they actually value it. They actually want to go deep with you and find that truth and, weigh all of the options and stuff like that. So you can feel valued by the posse that is surrounding you, by the company you keep, right? That is what this is all about. We're going to try something new, DNA spread, or helix spread as I call it, which is an invention of mine I derived from the Kabbalistic tree of life combined with doubling patterns from vortex-based mathematics. It sounds way more complicated than it actually is. It's basically a 9-card spread with a top card and a bottom card, and it shows the development from the physical to the non-physical, or the other way around, from the non-physical into the physical as a manifestation, depending on where you're coming from. That being said, it is a general reading, so if the message doesn't resonate with you, feel free to drop the message. If it does resonate with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe. Also, I don't do love readings. If love comes up in a reading, that is on you because you're attracting it, you're working with the energy, but life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and I don't want you to project anything into your reality just because I say so, right? So let's get right into it. Pre-shuffled the cards already. Also, it doesn't really mind. Shuffling is just for our expectations to kind of, deflect our expectations, and because we remember what card we pick up, whatever, right? But actually, it doesn't matter. It's Schrodinger's cards. The moment you only see the back, you only see the back. When you turn around, you're like every possibility of that card is entangled with everything that you are, and it's going to blow up in all the possibilities, and you basically subconsciously or unknowingly decide for what you want to see on that card. That's why Schrodinger's cards is the hashtag. So let's see. So the situation you're in means for your soul, you're working through, the idea of moving on with your mindset, basically. You're moving into a better place in your mind, right? And feeling more at home, at peace with the thoughts you're having, right? That's what I get from that. It is a card of travel, but since it's very much in the soul position right now, it means that you're coming out of a shift in mindset and being more decisive about things, and you're going to feel like moving on to calmer shores, or you're working towards feeling more at home in your mind, more at ease with the thoughts that you're having, right? And then coming down that axis of spirit right here in the position of the 3, position of the 9, position of the 6, and the position of the 10. There we have it. So you're moving out of conflict or through some conflict, knowing when to let go of certain emotions with this 8 of Cups here. So there's a 5 of, that's nice. There's a 5 of Wands in reverse. There's a 8 of Cups in reverse in the two balancing inner energies, right? We're going to see how the world around it evolves. In the middle, the core of it is an Ace of Wands in the position of the 9. There's an Ace of Wands. That means that it's all about finding what you truly desire, right? And seeing all the potential of your own fire energy. So you're starting to see all that which is in your mind, all the weighing the pros and cons and whatever. You're really starting to see the benefit of that and find your power in that. So you stop putting up with confrontation with the 5 of Wands and with bullshit excuses and whatever with the 8 of Cups, moving away from from stuff that doesn't serve you, right? In your 10 position, that is like the situation you are in or you're moving towards, you're working through, because it's working upwards and downwards, right? And you're going to see the spiral in a second. And here in your 10 position, like what you decided to be is being more decisive. It is a 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles means deciding for change to happen, embracing change, making a decision about something pivotal, right? And for you, as a Gemini, it's very much being more decisive, or just deciding that seeing the bigger picture is always a good thing, as long as you make a decision on how you want to progress with that information and not get lost in weighing the pros and cons. Let's see about the energies on the masculine and feminine side in a position of the 1, 4, and 7 and a position of the 2, 5, and 8. So the 1 is an 8 of Pentacles in reverse that is weighed against the Ace of Swords in reverse. Then your challenge in the middle on this axis here is the Judgment and the Ace of Pentacles. And then the position of the 7 is the Fool in reverse, and the 8 is the 9 of Swords in reverse. Right. So coming from the 10, you know you got to make a decision. You want to change. You want things to change. So you know you want to, your masculine progressive energy wants to have a new beginning. There's the Fool card at the position of the 7. Like, you're very much conscious about wanting a new beginning, but this new beginning is delayed, and you're asking yourself why. Weighed against that, what is delaying it in a sense, is on the feminine side, the 9 of Swords in reverse means you have to get out of your head. You're still struggling with like things like weighing the pros and cons, knowing all sides of the story. It's like, okay, so what do I fucking do with all of this information right now? Well, yeah, Spirit says 8 of Cups in reverse. It's like, dare to walk away from the beliefs that don't feel right. But yeah, but I got an argument for it. Yeah, but if it doesn't feel right, then what good is that argument? Like, ask yourself, for every information, does it make you trust more, love more, or does it make you fear more, right? Like, being cautious is a good thing, but it usually is coming from a place of fear and not from a place of trust. So evaluate every information on the basis of whether it's coming from a place of love and trust or fear and being overcautious, right? So that's how you work through those energies and leave them. So then the 9 of Swords diagonally is moving into Judgment. That's like your challenge, is making a judgment call at a certain point, because you know the Fool is going up here into that Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is manifesting an entire fucking new beginning, manifesting a new reality. Because the Fool, it wants to go, he sees that Ace of Pentacles, all the potential of new business, for example, right? And stability. And it's right next to the Ace of Wands, which is the core of everything, is your passion waking up and wanting to create something, right? But then to be balanced, right, to make that Ace of Pentacles come in, and it's on your feminine side, so it is really like letting all this potential just like attract all the good things. For that, on the masculine side, you have to make a judgment call about all these things in your head, about what mindsets to entertain and what mindsets not to entertain, right? Then moving upwards towards spiritual enlightenment, towards feeling more at peace in your mind, you're moving into an Ace of Swords in reverse from the Judgment into an Ace of Swords in reverse, which is still a lack of clarity, right? But it's basically you generating clarity, right? It's like you don't have to have an argument for everything, right? especially not having an argument, but you don't have to have a reason particularly for everything. If that Ace of Wands is driving you, if like you feel it's right, then you go for it, right? The Ace of Pentacles here is diagonally then playing with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems like you're getting some clarity about your work life, about how you want things to progress and who you want to work with, basically, right? Also, but since it's all like the Fool right here, the Fool making a judgment about how he wants his work life, his career to be, because he sees on the feminine side that Ace of Pentacles, right? Like it's very much that it seems like it seems like a career change to me. Like that Eight of Pentacles in reverse is like not only about struggling to learn new things, working through something, but with that Ace of Pentacles and the Fool opening up like totally new possibilities of generating stability in your life, manifesting shit in your life, and then going upwards into that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It kind of means like there's supposed to be a career change, or there's something very fundamental changing within your career, something like you never asked for that raise, right? Now maybe it's time, maybe it's fucking time to just flip it upside down and be like, wait, right? I just got to make a decision about my worth, about what I bring to the table, about how valuable my way of thinking is, right? And yeah, working through that conflict, through that confrontation about speaking your truth with the Ace of Swords in reverse. That's basically this Five of Wands in reverse. That's basically the challenge you need to overcome to level those energies, flip them upside down, is you've got to be ready to encounter confrontation when you're making a gut decision, something from your Ace of Wands energy, right? It's like, yeah, I do have a reason for everything, but I want this, right? There's good arguments for both sides, but I want this. And I kind of know that I'm worth it, or I know that this is the right way to go. It's a good feeling. It got so much potential. Let's make it work, right? So it very much seems like you're going to encounter like you're going to seek a confrontation, or you have a confrontation that is related to your work, but it's going to be very enlightening, because the Ace of Swords energy is there. It's on its head, but it's basically, it tells me that you need to speak your truth, right? And maybe there is some truth hidden right there that you need to kind of address and get people to admit or whatever. That is very freaking interesting, right? If you view it from the top down, it's you're wanting to move, you're wanting to go to a better place mentally, even maybe get a new job or live somewhere else, because it's a card of travel, right? So your soul wants to move into a different state of mind and a different environment for nurturing your mind, right? So you're struggling with letting go of the idea of work and creating a network, maybe leaving a network behind, because you need to speak your truth and maybe find that truth even. And that truth is going to be found through confrontation, then making a judgment call about the potential you see, and like then having a feeling of just having to go for it, because you know there is that Ace of Wands. So you kind of work your way through the idea of a Fool with the Nine of Swords. It's like you're waking up to the potential, and you know that your judgment is right. You see there's a lot of potential. And then you think, but what would that mean? That would mean an entire new beginning. Struggling with the Fool right here. And there's so much, with a new beginning there comes so many thoughts, right? So many things to consider. Nine of Swords in reverse. But eventually you realize that you Well, you have to walk away from things that don't make you happy. That is in the spirit number 6 right here. The 8 of Cups in reverse is like, with all the obstacles considered, it's still like if it feels shitty, you got to change something up. And that's how you manifest that change right here. And being decisive about embracing that change, right? So it goes from both sides. You're working your way up to the inside of knowing what to do, and then you work your way back through of actually doing it, right? So you made the decision to embrace the change, you realize what it needs to be. Then you realize what is going to happen on the emotional, not even like on the subconscious level, right? With like confrontation. It means confrontation and walking away from something. Wanting to walk away from something means confrontation. Maybe it's a confrontation that makes you want to walk away from something. It's either way, you are in the process of going into a beautiful place in your mind, working with that energy, but therefore you have to make a decision about where you want life to take you or about moving on, right? Also, I very much feel it is about embracing your own desires, right? So you are allowed to want and desire, right? Even if you don't exactly know where this want and desire comes from yet, even if that Ace of Swords is still in reverse, right? You can make a gut decision, Gemini. You are capable of that. And even more so because you weighed the pros and cons, you know it's gonna happen, you played it all in your mind, you've been doing your overthinking patterns all along. That's cool, right? Because they show you the playing field. Now to make a move, you gotta go from your gut. You gotta be in that Ace of Wands energy. That's your advice card right here. That Ace of Wands energy is that fiery potential. If you just make a decision, go like, fuck, if it doesn't feel right, then it is not right. So I'm looking for that confrontation to get something to light, making a judgment call about wanting this, or like trusting my judgment about all this potential that is on the table here for a new beginning, manifesting a new beginning. But it seems like it's a very fucking big new beginning, right? We got the Fool here, we got 2 aces here, we got the card of travel right there with the six of Swords. It seems, and the work card, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So it seems very much like you're making a career shift, or you're moving inside of your career, but you're moving somewhere, right? Into a new position, maybe the same position but in a different country or whatever. It's very much about changing your work environment and trusting yourself with that change, with the decision you made, right? And with everything that you bring to the table. That is a very beautiful energy to be in, right? You're embracing that change. And it's a big fucking change. That is so beautiful. Man, Gemini, if that resonated with you, drop a comment, like and subscribe. Also, I will clarify in the extended. I'm going to leave the link in the comment box below and the description box below. And thank you for being with me from the very beginning. From the very beginning. I mean, like, I'm going to base my tarot deck. I'm going to create a tarot deck and base it on this doubling patterns that I saw in the Kabbalistic tree of life. It makes so much sense to me how like things are moving through doubling patterns in this reality, multiplying. So everything moves that same way. That's why I'm looking for those patterns. Really, that's why I love tarot so much, and I'm like just getting deeper and deeper and deeper into it. So thank you so much for being with me right there. If you thought, what the fuck is he talking about with this spread, check the intro video. There I kind of explain how this is working through doubling patterns and how they are just diagonally related, and then there's this one circle of experience basically. Thank you so much, Gemini. See you in the extended. I love you.